So this is Dorothea, and we'll quickly go through. One of the things that's difficult when you're new and you haven't practiced before is the breathing exercise. So the breathing exercise is 6 seconds in, breathing in through your nose, and then 6 seconds breathing out through your mouth with your mouth open. So underneath your knuckles, underneath your chin, they stay glued there. Stomach in and shoulders relaxed. And then we say, start please, chin down, elbows up. And she's going to breathe in through her nose as she lifts her elbows up. And then exhale, relax your head back, open your mouth wide. Good, bring your hands together and then the elbows touch. We'll do it a couple times. Inhale, head down, so you just synchronize this movement. Head down, elbows up. And then exhale, head up. But really the most important thing you're doing is breathing. So the elbows together. Now inhale, head down. So breathing in through the nose as the head goes down and the elbows go up. And then exhaling, the head goes back and the elbows come together. I'm going to show you what that looks like from the side, just so you can see it. Chin down, elbows up, breathe in through your nose. And then exhale, head up, breathe out through your mouth. Good, and we'll do one more. Inhale, head down, elbows up. And head up. Elbows come forward, the shoulders come forward, and the elbows touch. Good. The next posture we do is Halfmoon. That one's pretty easy to figure out, but she'll show you what it looks like. Feet together, arms over your head. Do a little stretch up right and left. Interlock your fingers, release your index finger. So it's an interesting grip. Good. We do the right side first, so stretch up and bend to the right. Hips go to the left. The teacher's going to talk. We do that for a few seconds, and then you come up, and then we do the other side. Stretching up, body to the left, hips to the right. Then we do a backward bend, still keeping the body in this position. Drop your head back and bring your arms back. Keeping your elbows locked, you're trying to reach for the wall behind you. Come on back up. And then we do a forward bend, bending the knees to go down, so there's no pressure in the back. Move the hips around to get nice and loose. And then the next direction is to grab your heels from behind, which is hard if you don't have someone to look at sometimes. So grab your heels from behind and bring your hands all the way back and just step on the little ends of your fingers underneath your heels. But important that elbows are behind the calf muscle. So if your arms are shorter or you can't quite get that grip, it's okay to just bring the elbows behind your calf muscle so that you can get that grip. So either grabbing the heels or just the elbows behind. So that's what that looks like. Good. The next posture we do is called awkward pose. Opening the feet just 6 inches, so it's not very wide. About a hip's width distance and arms up parallel to the floor. Exhale, sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Good, just like that. Then lift your chest up. This is really working your core strength. Come on back up. The second part, you stand up on your toes and you sit down on top of your toes, keeping your head and hips on the wall behind you. Good. Come on back up, and then we'll do the third part, up on the toes a little bit, bring your knees together, and we sit all the way down on the heels if you can. If you can't go all the way down with a straight spine, then you only have to go where you can keep your spine straight. And then we come on back up. Feet together, arms down. Eagle pose. This is a tough one to figure out when you don't have anyone to look at. Arms over your head sideways. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm. So cross the elbows and then twist the wrists and the palms come together. I'm going to have her do that one more time in slow motion. Arms over your head and right arm under the left arm. First the elbow, then the wrist twist, then the palms come together. If you can't get your palms together, you can interlace your fingers, but then go back to prayer position. If you're very tight, you can't get your palms together at all, it's okay to cross your elbows and bring the back of your hands together, just like that. If you have the ability to do it though, that one little twist to bring your hands together. Then we sit in a chair, just like you did before, and the leg comes up and over. There you go. Same arm, same leg. Try to get the toes behind, just do your very best. Good. The next posture, we have a little party time and everybody gets to have a drink of water, which is nice. Okay, next is a standing head to knee pose. So, yep, you can do it straight on, I think. Shift your body weight to your left leg, wipe your hands, pick up your right foot in front of you. Get a good grip underneath your foot any way you can. And then inhale slowly, gently, leg lifts up. There's a whole lot of directions. You only have to do the best you can. If you can't get the leg straight, that's okay. You hang onto the foot with your knee bent. So you can bend your knee up a little bit, Dorothea, and that's okay too. Good, change. Here's another one that's tough to figure out. Why don't you turn sideways for this one? This is standing bow pulling pose. Bring your right hand out, palm facing up, elbow closed. Now always say, Mama, give me money.
Mama, give me money.
Bring your right hand out to the right, reach back and grab your right ankle from the inside at your ankle bone. There's the grip you want. So one more time, Dorothy, a little slow motion. Bring it out to the side. Don't turn it, don't twist it. Drop it straight back, and then grab inside the ankle. Just do your best. Then the left arm comes up. Inhale, breathe in, charge your body forward, and kick your leg back and up behind you. Keeping your head up, that's going to help you keep the balance. Good. Change. Come on up. Balancing stick pose. This one's not too hard to figure out. You could do it facing the camera, I think. Feet together, arms over your head, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index finger, thumbs crossed. What you're working on doing when you're new to this is keep those arms and ears together. Chin up, chest up, body back, right leg step forward, a big step. You lock both knees, and down you come. Nice straight line, and then come back up. Good. If you can't quite come all the way down, just keep that nice straight line, even if you only go part way. So left leg step forward, lock both knees, and nice straight line come down. So you may only get part way down, that's okay, but keep stretching. Come on, back up. Very nice. Separate leg stretching. At home, you're going to move yourself around. If you don't have a carpet, you can turn sideways on your mat so you have something to help you with your feet. But here we have the carpet, so she's going to step right to the side of her mat. Arms over your head sideways, right leg step to the right, big step. Arms down. Feet are just slightly pigeon-toed. That really means more like straight ahead. Exhale, go down, and then grab the heels from the outside. If you can't grab your heels, you can grab the side of your feet. And if you cannot grab your feet and lock your knees, it's okay to have your hands on the floor and push until you can lock your knees. Once you can lock your knees, go ahead and grab from the outside of your feet or your heels, whatever you can get. Good. Come on, back up. Triangle pose. A lot of people know what this one looks like just from watching television. It's the posture we often think of when we think about yoga. Arms over your head, right foot step to the right, a big step, and arms down parallel to the floor. There's some variations. Here's the one we do. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out to the right, bend your right knee, sit down. Stay down there, don't let the hips come up anymore. Arms back, body back, spine to center. Move both arms, put your elbow in front of your knee. You'll see she puts her elbow right in front of her knee so she can push her knee a little bit with the elbow and touch your toes. But no pressure on the floor, so you don't lean against the floor. Turn your head, look up, stretch up for the ceiling, and stretch down for your toes, so you're stretching your shoulders apart. Good, come on back up. Feet together, arms down side. Standing separate leg, head to knee. Arms over your head sideways. Palms together, right leg step to the right, 3 feet, 36 inches, so not as wide as before. Turn and face the side. Turn your hips, so using your back foot, twist your hips. Exhale, go down, arms and head together. Tuck your chin to your chest and touch your forehead and your knee. If they won't touch, bend your knee. Bend your knee as much as you need to, but get your forehead on your knee. If your knee is bending, open your hands so you can use your hands to push against the floor. That's going to help you get your knee locked one day. Come on, back up. Good, feet together, arms down side. In a regular class, we'll do both sides. We'll do a little bit more instruction on each posture, but I just want you to see what it looks like. Last postures in the standing series is tree pose and toe stand. Feet together, keep your head up. That's going to help you balance again. Bring your right leg up and lift it up until your heels touching on your costume. Up near your hip, sole of the foot facing the ceiling. Careful with your knee, let your knee come down. Stretch your spine up, 2 shoulders in one line, 2 hips in one line, and spine in the center. Bring your right hand up. Now, if you can keep your foot there and it won't slip, you can bring both hands up. But if your foot is going to slip, just hold on to your foot. Change, bring your leg down. Toe stand. This one takes a little more skill, but everybody can try it, even if you're just a beginner. Focus one spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Pick up your leg and put it on your heel, wherever it's your heel on your costume, or on your thigh where it's comfortable. One hand in prayer too if you can. Bend forward and touch the floor. Once your hands are on the floor, bend your knee and sit down on your heel. Good. Once you're on your heel, you can walk your hands to the side of your body. Keep looking at the floor. That's going to help you find the balance. Stretch your spine up. Keep your stomach in, and when you can balance there, you bring your left hand up, and then you bring your right hand up. Beautiful. Come on back up. We're going to do that one more time and turn it sideways, just so you can see the difference between sitting down and going forward. Feet together. Look at the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Pick up your right foot. Slowly the knee comes down. One hand in prayer too if you can. Now bend forward from the lower spine, and she's going to reach forward in front of her so her weight is in her arms. Then she's going to bend her knee. So getting that weight forward into your arms, that's the trick to getting down there. Don't bend the knee when you're new unless your hands are on the floor. Once you have been practicing a while, you can bend the knee on the way down. Good. Come on back up. And then we get to move to the actual yoga practice on the floor. Savasana is done on the back, usually the head towards the teacher and the feet away from the teacher. Some of these postures are much easier to figure out, even if you're just practicing for the first time. But let's go through them quickly. Wind removing pose, right leg lifts up, hold your right leg. Pull your knee to your shoulder, and then you're going to hold it there. A lot of practicing yoga, which is what we're doing here on the floor, is holding still once you've gotten through your full range of motion. So once you get there, you don't have to do any more, just be still. Right leg comes down, and we bend the left leg up. Same thing, pull the knee to the shoulder, try to find that stillness. The teacher will give you a lot of instructions on aligning your body properly, but relax your breathing and just try to be a bit still. Change, legs down, arms down, now both legs come up. Grab over the top of your legs, see if you can grab your elbows. If you can't grab your elbows, you can grab your wrist or your forearms or your hands, whatever you can. Just as long as you're compact and tight, and then you're going to relax into it. And then hold still. Try to relax your breathing. Good, change. We go back to Savasana. So your heels are together and your feet fall open. Arms down close, palms face up, head straight, eyes open, breathe normally. Nothing fancy in Savasana, just trying to relax. We do a sit-up. We do a straight-legged sit-up in class, but you sit up any way you can. And if your back is bothering you or you have some back issues, please just roll on your side and meet us on the stomach. The sit-ups look like this. Flex your feet, heels and toes touch, arms over your head, thumbs crossed. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, grab the big toes, double jerk for the knee, elbow on the floor. The next couple of postures we practice lying on our stomach. Cobra Pose, chin on the towel, neck flat. Bring your hands under your shoulders, close to your chest, the fingers right in line with the top of your shoulders and pinky fingers in line with the deltoid, that's the side of the shoulders. Then you don't move your hands anymore. Glue them right down. One leg, feet and heels together. Keep your feet on the floor, that's important. Leg muscles tight, hip muscles solid, elbows in, and relax your shoulders down. Take a deep breath, full out, look up and lift up. Come up to the belly buttons on the floor, but your body's in the air. The elbows, you can see the elbows 90-degree angle like a rectangle. That's important. Belly button on the floor and elbows at a 90-degree angle. That's the goal. Stretch your elbows down and lift your chest up. Now try to be still there. Good. Change. Stay right in that position, Dorothea. On your stomach, we turn the head to the right, left ear on the towel. Relax the arms down. Just right into Savasana. This one is tough to figure out sometimes if you're home practicing on a computer. So, Locust Pose, Postits. You bring your arms straight, but your palms face down. And then bring your elbows underneath your stomach, so your elbows are invisible. And then relax down on your arms. So I'm going to have you do that one more time, Dorothy. Bring your arms out with your palms facing up. This is how it looks in Savasana. So, flip your arms over so the palms face down. If your elbows are very tight, you may not be able to get your elbows flat. Then you should just work on getting your elbows flat. Once your elbows are flat, then you bring your elbows underneath. And you can roll side to side and move your head around and do whatever you need to get your arms underneath. And once you're there, settle on top of your arms. And yeah, your arms are probably going to hurt. Relax your left leg, lock your right leg, lift the right leg up, keeping the leg locked. Good, slowly, gently lower down. Left leg comes up. Slowly, gently lower down. And then we do both legs together. When we do both legs, you'll see she turns her head in to put her mouth on the towel. That makes sure that her head is supported on the floor. Make sure your head is supported by putting your mouth on the towel, and then you can lift your both legs up. Grabbing the floor with your fingertips is going to help you get the legs up off the floor. But don't worry about how high your legs go. Slowly lower down, arms out, and then we do another Savasana. You might flip yourself around there on the towel, and we'll do the rest of the Cobra series. Good. If you're practicing in your home, it's good to know to set yourself up where you have some room to stick your arms out to the side, because in this next posture, we stick our arms out to the side. Full Locust Pose, Postits. Arms out to the side like airplane wings. Chin on the towel so your spine is straight. Deep breath, full lungs. Look up, lift up. Legs nice and tight. Like a 747 taking off, bring your arms up till your fingers are in line with the top of your head. Then bring your arms back, look up, lift up, and slowly, gently lower down. Then you get another Savasana. In between the postures, we take about 20 seconds to relax. That lets your breathing come back to normal. The last one on our stomach is bow pose. Start with your chin on the towel. Hold your feet just below your toes. Get a good grip. Knees and feet 6 inches apart. If you can't get both feet, just try to get one foot. That's enough for the beginners. Take a deep breath, full lungs, gently, both legs kick up. Look up, kick back, kick harder. That's it. Just keep kicking. Slowly, gently lower down. Head to the right, left ear on the towel. If you're doing 1 foot at a time, on the second set, do the other foot. Over time, you'll be able to get both of them. Good. Good. That's the end of our lying on the stomach Cobra series. Come to the top of your towel, fixed firm pose. This one can be scary for beginners, especially if you can't see what we're doing. First part is to sit on your heels, just like that. Just sit on your heels. If you can't sit on your heels, put your hands on the floor in front of you. Kneel on your all fours and just relax your hips back till one day your hips touch your heels. Once they're sitting on your heels, you can sit up. Open your feet, sit down so you can sit in between your feet. You can see your feet are the same distance as her hips. You don't want to go too wide, so there's no gap on the side. If you can't sit back between your heels, that's okay, same thing. Hands on the floor, take a little weight out, hang out here, try to relax into it. If you could sit between your feet, you can open your knees if your knees or feet hurt, then put your hands on your toes and go back on one elbow. First the right elbow, then the left elbow. Touch your head, back of the head, and eventually your whole upper body relaxes on the floor. Don't be intimidated by this, because not everybody can do this from the beginning. So whatever step of the posture you can do, that's fine. Once you're down there, arms go over your head, pull your elbows down, and lift your stomach and chest up. I'm going to have Dorothea come up and do that one more time just from the side, so that you can see what that looks like from the side. Scoop forward just a little more. Yep, towards the mirror. There you go. Sitting on the heels, and if you can't do that, every step of the way, just try to relax. Open your feet, sit between your feet. Open the knees as much as you need to. Hands on your feet, go back right elbow, left elbow, head, back of the head, shoulders come down, and eventually your whole body relaxes. Once she's there, she can bring her arms over her head and pull her elbows down. Good. Put your hands back on your feet, come up. Never worry how much or little of a posture you can do. Just do what you can do. Whatever that is today, that's enough. Half tortoise pose is next. Flex your feet, arms over your head, fix it up. We're going to do lots of sit-ups. Again, if your back hurts, just roll on your side. Turn around, kneel down the middle of your towel. Arms over your head, palms together, thumbs crossed. Just your thumbs crossed. Fingers go up. Go down front side, and your palms are going to stay together. Touch your foot on the floor and pinky finger touching the floor. Rest of the arms in the air. Keep your hips relaxed on your heels. Stretch your arms forward, though. Stretch and stretch and stretch. Come on back up. Very nice. Then we turn around and relax in Savasana. The next two postures are backward bending and forward bending. Backward bending is so good for your spine, especially if you have spine issues or back issues. So don't be afraid to backward bend. This one is Camel Pose. Flex your feet, heels and toes touch, arms over your head, thumbs crossed. Inhale, breathing, quickly sit up. Exhale, breathing, grab the big toes, double jerk, pull the knee up on the floor. Typically we face the front, but I'm going to have Dorothea face the mirror. Good. Open your knees 6 inches, 6 inches between your toes, 6 inches between your heels. Put your hands on your hips, nice and low on your hips, right there. Take a deep breath, push your hips forward, and drop your head back, go back halfway, stop. Reach back with your right hand, grab your right heel, left hand, grab your left heel. If you can't grab your heels, that's okay, you can leave your hands on your hips, but once you have your heels, take a deep breath and push everything forward to the mirror, but don't lose the grip. Relax your head back, that's gonna help. The more you can relax your head, the easier this one's gonna be. Put your hands on your hips, come on back up, head up, turn around, relax on your back, Savasana. Good. Some people feel really weird after they do that one. That's perfectly fine, that's normal. Some people feel perfectly normal after that one. To be honest, if you feel perfectly normal, that's actually a little bit weird. Let's do some rabbit pose, Satsangana. Flex your feet, heels and toes touch, arms over your head, thumbs crossed, inhale, sit up. Exhale, grab the big toes, double jerk, pull the knee up on the floor. Turn around, she's gonna do it sideways again, just so you can see what it looks like. If you're sweaty, we bring the towel over our heels so you have a nice dry grip. If you're not that sweaty, that's okay. You don't need to use the towel at home. If you don't have a towel, it's okay. Pull on your heels, tuck your chin to your chest, look at your stomach, go down front side. Pulling on your heels, bring your forehead to your knees and the top of the head's going to touch the floor. If you have a little ponytail or a hair clip on top of your head, you might want to move it before this posture starts. Good. Pull on your heels and lift your hips up. Roll forward like a wheel. So you come all the way up to your elbows are straight. If there's a gap, you can walk your knees up. Sometimes if you're practicing at home, it's hard to figure out what we're doing when we lift the hips up. So it starts by sitting on the heels. And then lift the hips all the way up to your elbows are straight. Keep pulling on your heels. That's what makes your spine stretch. Come on back up. Turn around, lie down, relax, Savasana. Take your time and fix that. There you go. Excellent. Head to knee with stretching is next. Flex your feet, heels and toes touch, arms over your head, thumbs crossed, inhale, sit up, exhale, grab the big toes. Turn and face front. In your house, just make sure you have enough room. Bring your right leg out cornerwise and bend your left leg in so your heel's just to the corner, and bring your left leg in, heel touching your costume. So you're creating that nice L. Arms over your head, turn to the right, reach down, grab your foot, interlock your fingers under your foot. This is going to help you get some leverage. Pull your foot, flex your foot, see if your heel comes up. If it doesn't, that's okay. Tuck your chin to your chest, suck your stomach in, touch your forehead on your knee. If you can't touch your foot on your knee because you don't have that flexibility, that doesn't matter. You can bend your knee all the way to your forehead as much as you need to, but make sure your forehead and knee are touching. Come on back up. We do the left side. Same posture. And again, bend the knee as much as you need to grab your foot. So if you're very tight, bend your knee up to grab your foot, and then bend your knee to get your forehead on your knee. Good. Come on back up. Both legs out in front of you. We do another sit-up, but again, if you're not doing the sit-ups, that's okay, just skip them. Hold your big toe over the top with your middle and index finger. Yep, just those two fingers right around your big toe, walking your hips backwards to get your legs straight. Once your legs are straight, you tighten your thighs, flex your feet, and your heels come off. You can see Dorothea's heels are off the floor in the air, so she can go to the next step, which is to bend your elbows down and try to get your forehead to your toes so the head stays up. Come on back up, and I'm going to have you do that sideways. So if you cannot get your legs straight, bend your knees to grab your toes, walk your hips back as far as you can to get your legs straight, and once you can't go any further because your legs are tight, if your knees are bent, good, you're going to relax your knees, keep your head up, don't pull, relax your knees, and then walk your hips back just a little more. Good, change, come on up. Spine twisting pose is the last posture we do. It's very confusing when you're new. So we're going to have Dorothea face the camera first. Usually we do this to the side, so when we have a mirror, you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Identify which leg is right and which leg is left. That's going to help in the beginning. So bring your feet out in front of you, Dorothea, so we can see it from this position. There you go. So bend your left leg, so your left knee is on the floor in front of you and your left heel is next to your right hip. Point your toe to the back wall. You don't want to sit on your foot. You want it just to the side so your two hips sit on the floor properly. Bring your right leg over your left knee corner. The heel just touches at the knee. You don't have to push or pull it as long as your foot is flat on the floor. That's really important. Bring your left arm up and over. Push your knee back with your elbow. Turn your wrist and then see if you can reach down and grab your left knee with your left hand. It is a bit like a bad game of Twister, but after a couple classes, you'll figure it out. Chest up, spine straight, open your rib cage. Wrap your back arm around behind you and grab your thigh. If you can't quite get your thigh or you can't keep your spine straight, put your hand right on the floor behind you with your palm facing down and your fingers out. Then look over your shoulder and twist. This is going to twist your spine top to bottom, and that elbow against the knee, that gives you the leverage to push against to twist your spine even more. Change. Let's switch it to the other side just so you can see it one more time. You could face the mirror. Yeah, that would be helpful. So feet in front of you, bend your knee in front of you. Good. Bring your left leg up and over the right knee corner. You can see her heel is just touching her knee. Not too far back, not too far forward. Just heel right at the knee. Bring your right arm up and over. Push your knee back with your elbow. Turn your wrist. Grab your right knee with your right hand. Lift your chest up. Make your spine straight. Open your rib cage. You can see she's opening her rib cage by bringing her shoulder back. Wrap your back arm around behind you. And then look over your shoulder and twist. Again, if you can't reach or you can't keep your spine straight, hand right on the floor so you have something to push against to keep your spine straight. And then you twist. Good. Change. Again, we take a savasana between these postures. We'll do another sit-up to finish up the class. Flex your feet, heels and toes touch. Arms over your head, thumbs crossed. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, grab the big toes, double joint foot and the elbow on the floor. And then our final breathing, Kapalabhati in Virdrasana. So start by sitting on your heels. But if this is painful because your knees or your feet hurt, sit cross-legged. Any way you can sit with your spine straight. Cross-legged, you bring your arms out so your palms face up. Then you can push a little bit against the knees to keep your spine straight. If you're sitting on your heels, you bring your hands on your knees. That'll keep your spine straight. Spine straight, chest up. The whole time, relax your stomach. You're going to pull the stomach in and out, pushing the air out. Think about what it's like to blow out birthday candles. So elbows locked, chest up, blow. You can see her stomach goes in and out, and she relaxes it back out. Good, that's enough for now. Thank you so much, Dorothea, for joining us. I hope that's helpful. So if you're new to the practice and you needed a little bit of guidance, this is a great little tutorial to look at. Remember that you learn your practice over time. It doesn't happen in one day. Just do your best. Rest if you need to rest. Take care of yourself, and we'll take care of everything else.